The objective of us teaching is to wake you brothers and sisters up to who you are in the Bible. You are known in the Bible as the Israelites that the Bible talks about. When you open up the Bible and you read in the Bible, you're reading about your forefathers and foremothers. You're not reading about other people. You're reading about yourself. You're the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. The greatest book that was ever put on this planet. And whose history doesn't record? You blacks and Hispanics. But you have not been taught that. So we're out here to dispense this information to you. That's what our job is. We're not out here for a show. We're not out here to sing and dance and entertain you. We're here to give you God's word. Because our people have been taught lies on the Bible.
I can tell they jealous, ain't nothing they can tell us. They say I'm overzealous, hell no, you just rebellious. Put these heathens up in fetters, remember how they did us. Oh no, I can't forget it, we gon' make their ass regret it. I've been holding on to wisdom, ever since I met her. We got it, endeavor, I want this forever. Lord, forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Gotta gather up together, these commandments make us better. Bread of adversity, water of affliction. Look at our conditions, had to get it out the trenches. Put them teachers on the streets, we gotta build our people's spirit up. Sin, I had to give it up. Feel like I done did too much, so I go harder for the Lord. I can never do enough, so I just keep doing more. What the hell you waiting for? You know the rules, what you say you gotta prove. When we're blameless, we can't lose. Life or death, you gotta choose now.
What was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again.
So, read that again.
Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sin.
So we out here to cry aloud and show our people their transgressions. Hey bro, you know what we teaching? He said we out here to cry aloud and show our people their transgressions. Why? Because while we bringing out righteousness, it's a whole system to shut that down.
Right.
When we come out here to try to build the community up, we got our own people coming against us. Right. And then we got laws being put in effect. We do this all the time. How all of a sudden it's against the law for us to turn the speaker on and teach righteousness?
The neighborhood that you're in right now. That ain't it.
Right back to it. Give me that read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments.
So it said it's going to be our righteousness. Give me a Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. It said it's going to be our righteousness if we keep the commandment. Because today in 2022, we might be looked at as fools for doing the things that we do. We might be shamed for coming out here trying to build up our people. But guess what? That's going to be our righteousness. When everything's said and done, it ain't going to be about the money in your pocket. It ain't going to be about how many women that you have. All the things that our people put at a high esteem, it's not going to be about that. It's going to be about the righteousness of the Lord. Read that.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
We're going to stand in great boldness in front of them. Just like we doing now, this a low level. When that day comes, they going to know for a fact who the hell we is.
Bring it up.
Read.
And made no account of his labors.
They made no account of everything. We come out here after we get off of work to build our people up. They make no account of our labor. Our own people don't make account of it. The pastor don't leave the damn pulpit. But guess what? We come out here to the streets where all the shooting, where all the drugs is at. And we come out here and we try to build the community up. But they take no account for our labor. Read.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
It say when they see us and our righteousness, when the Lord come back, it's gonna be fear upon everybody. Read.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
He said they're gonna be amazed at our strangeness. Why? Because there's gonna be a black man come out this sky. All them
That's
UFOs, all that stuff that they got on the news, we don't know what's going on. We got a space army. When that black man come out, they say they're gonna be amazed at the strangeness. Read.
So far beyond all that they look for.
It's beyond what they look for, beyond what they even thought about. Read.
And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision. And
it said, this is he who we had sometimes in derision. They put Christ in jail for that. They gonna put us in jail for the same thing. We the ones that they had in derision. Read.
And a proverb of reproach.
And a proverb of reproach. Give me Ezekiel 33 and 32. It's saying a proverb of reproach. They gonna slander our name all type of ways. They gonna come out here, they gonna say we teaching hate. They gonna come out here and say we done cussed out the black woman. She probably, if we didn't have all of this on camera, I bet you she would have said we put hands on her today. But guess what? That's the spirit. The Bible is gonna tell you the spirit of the people. Once we start keeping these commandments of the Lord, you see people for what they are.
Right.
In the streets, you know what I'm saying? You see it, you see what's going on. Why? Because you got that spirit of the streets. But once you come into this Bible and you read the spirit of people, the spirit of man, you start seeing what people rolling in before they even open their mouth. That's why when he came up here, he started doing all of that. That's a spirit. That's a spirit. I don't want to hear this shit. But guess what? When truth started coming out, he had no choice but to damn. It resonates. It makes sense. But at the same time, that spirit got to be changed. Read that.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song.
All of this we do is a lovely song to people. You know what I'm saying? You coming to the school?
Thinking about it.
Read it again.
And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song.
Don't let this be a lovely song unto you, bro. Because guess what? Behind this will come action, bro.
Right.
I understand that. I've been in action for a nice little while right now. I ain't just started doing this today. I changed a lot of things about myself that I was doing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I lost a lot too, and I know that.
Hey,
it was in the sky.
That's what we gotta go through.
No human could bring me back from where I was coming from.
All right, keep reading.
And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument.
Read.
For they hear thy words, but they do them not.
So once you start hearing this word, you got to start doing. I know you said you've been doing things already, but what do the Bible say that our people got to do?
What does the Bible say that our people repent of your sins?
What's the first part of repentance?
Actually, going to God. The first part of repentance to me is admitting that you have a problem.
Admit you're right. But after you, see, this is what I'm trying to say. After you get past the basics, you understand that our people got a problem. That's what we see. That's why we out here.
Yeah.
You understand that the Messiah is a black man.
Okay.
This is what you got to do. Read this.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
Now you can't forsake the assembly of yourself. Because guess what? It say every beast is sorted to his kind. So until you actually come around the brothers who teaching this, once you got to get away from people who understand this. Because the more you're around this, the more you'll be accepted to it. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit will get quenched. That's what it's reading.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another.
But doing what?
Exhorting one another.
So you got to come together so we can exhort each other. This walk can't be done alone.
Right.
Christ had a mission. He came on earth and he instantly grabbed 12 disciples and said, let's do the work.
Right.
He didn't stay to himself. He had the keys to the kingdom. He gathered a bunch of believers and said, come on, we can do this work together. Because you can't do this by yourself.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the understanding of this world. Everybody is their own man. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I know what I do. Christian church, I'm saved. It ain't about the car. I'm saved. I don't know what he doing, but y'all in the same church. You get what I'm saying? That's a spirit. That's a horrible spirit right there. Read that again.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
He said, as much as you see the day approaching, you gotta come together and be around believers. Give me Romans chapter 13 and 11. Because you said you know. I don't know how much you know, but you know you're supposed to have fringes on, right?
That's right.
Hey, you can say that, I ain't never been hit or come on to none of that. I don't know nothing about none of that.
But guess what? That's why you gotta come around.
That's right.
Because as much as we might think we know, it's a lot more than know.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
And they say you would know in the lifetime, you ain't gonna know it all. You know what I'm saying?
Read it. Let's see.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
He said, you know the time. It's high time to wake out of sleep. But there's a lot of things going on.
Right.
A lot of things going on around us. And guess what? The more that we put it off, the more time going past. Time don't stop for no man. You got to make that decision within yourself to do what you got to do. Read.
And now, in that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Our salvation nearer. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been bringing out, all of these pestilence and all of that, our salvation is near. We ain't doing this for nothing. Give me wisdom of Solomon, 18, verse 7. All of this ain't for nothing. But guess what? It's going to take your labor to get you into the kingdom of heaven is within you.
That's right.
You got to do something about it. It ain't about what you know, it's about what you do. Read that.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18 and verse 7. So if thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and destruction of the enemies.
So, it said for us, it's going to be salvation for the righteous and destruction for the enemy. That's what you got to understand. There's only two sides to the coin. So guess what? You got to be around the believers.
That's right.
Because in that day, just like when you out here, you get caught around the wrong person, you going to fall in that same judgment. That's why you got to be around believers. Read.
So if thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and destruction of the enemies. For wherewith thou didst punish our adversaries, by the same thou didst glorify us.
So the same way, when all of this start going down, we gonna get glorified more and more.
That's right.
When you start looking up more and more on us. Because guess what? As things going on in America, we getting bigger and we getting bigger. Why? Because the word of God ain't gonna stop. All of this is a set fight. It ain't nothing you can do against this truth. You can kill, all of us can die today. Guess what? There's gonna be another group of men right here doing the same thing.
That's right.
Because this is the will of God.
Right.
And ain't nothing gonna change out of this. Nothing at all. Give me 2 Peter chapter 3. So you got some questions, man? Matter of fact, give me the print. You got questions?
Not for real, not at this point, but you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I see y'all everywhere, man.
Hey, you gotta make your decision, man. Time's short, bro.
Yeah.
Read what you got.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
You the children of Israel. Read.
And bid them.
And command them. Read.
That they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Read.
Throughout their generation.
Throughout your generation. Ain't no law done away with. Throughout your generation. We still generate. We still the children of Israel.
That's
we still got to wear these fringes. Read.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
And we put this blue ribbon on it. This is on all my clothes.
Right.
Read.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So when you got these fringes on, you look upon them so you can remember the commandments. So guess what? When you thinking about doing evil, because guess what? It's evil all around founder.
Right.
When you think about doing evil, you go right back to the evil. You know what I'm saying? When you think about talking to the sister, she gonna say, what's that on your shirt? You gonna be like, damn, I'm wicked as hell. I can't do that. Straight up. It's real. Read.
And do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring.
Your own eyes, your own heart, your mind, we go a whoring with them. So we use our presence to keep us in line. Something that we can physically see, something that's gonna physically put us apart from everybody else. Because guess what? We different. We not the same. We ain't equal.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.